everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria. If you don't know me, I'm your Toronto pop culture girly, and today is day 3 of FanExpo. I am dressed as May, and look who I found. We're matching. Oh my god. So our goal for this morning is to get in and get out early with the squishmallows. I hope I win again. I think that would be really fun if I could win again. Then we wanted to check out a couple other booths, and then Simu's panel is at 11:30. Here's the... Oh, no. Bag of chips, maybe? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Something, no, it's... Oh! Oh!
Maybe. Yeah.
Yes! Got chips.
Okay.
Bag of chips. Look, it's Patricia. I didn't notice on the sleeves earlier, she has magic on the inside of the cuffs. That's actually a really cool little detail. So day 3 of visiting the Agatha booth, they're recognizing me. And they also took 2 different employees took my photo, which is kind of fun. And we're in the Gundam store, which is out of my depth. Thank you. Okay.
First one's for practice.
20. Okay. 10. I got 30 points. Look who I ran into in line. Oh my god, I've been seeing so many internet friends in real life this weekend. Do you know Butternut Gouache?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I didn't even know she was here, and then I walked by her booth yesterday. I'm like, oh my god, it's you! And
I have to go see her booth today because Punzi, obviously.
And yesterday she was also all dressed up. I'm like, that's also how I recognize you. I'm like, also you. I'm just like, if you are Punzi, I will also recognize you a lot easier.
Also, short hair Punzi, so natural hair.
Yes. Oh my god.
No
Not
wig
having
today.
to wig. That's why I like my hair, like being orange. I'm like, okay, I will do May.
It's perfect.
I will not wear a wig, and then people can find me.
Yes.
With the orange hair. It's been very successful because I don't have to look for anyone. I just hear my name. I'm like, hello. Yeah. But yeah, we're just waiting for Simu.
Well, it's probably the most accomplished or the most difficult. Maybe two different answers.
Which one you want?
The most accomplished. Okay, well, it's probably gonna be Shang-Chi. There's a sequence where I'm on top of the bus and I kind of baseball slide across the top and I swing over the side in one of the mirrors, and then I kind of swing right into the door, which does not open for me. But that was actually all me, and it was all practical. So we had got these 2 San Francisco city buses, gutted them, shipped them to Sydney, Australia, where we were shooting, put them in a sound stage on some bags and gimbals so they would move, and then put me on a safety line, and they're like, you just go do it.
Wow.
So that's the most accomplished, and the hardest, I would say, is probably up there for the hardest, but the hardest stunts are always the ones that you never think are gonna be the hardest. You know, they're the ones that you look at and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's totally fine. And then before you know it, it's like,
I almost got
12 takes in and you're like, I cannot do this.
All right, I gotta get a little personal here. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song.
I think I have a lot. If I'm doing it, I'll probably do A Whole New World. If I'm feeling myself, it'll be Eminem. You will not believe how many people watch and love this show. No matter what country I go to, it's always Canadians in those countries, Canadians that are traveling, Canadians that live there, friends of Canadians. I've been privileged to be a part of some pretty huge movies in my life. Kim's Convenience, I swear to God, is still the #1 thing, and it speaks to this little show that truly started out on the CBC as this tiny little show about an Asian Canadian family that somehow got picked up by Netflix and thrust out in front of a global audience, and has become kind of just a really a beautiful way for families to connect and learn about each other and learn about different cultures, and for children and parents to watch together. So I mean, it forever will be the show that gave me everything.
Come on now.
I'm so grateful to have been a part of it. So Shang-Chi. Yeah, best karaoke song. How do you feel about the layers of Shang-Chi? That's what's That's right. So Shang-Chi, the character, the comic book character, was created in the 60s and 70s. There was a kung fu kind of craze that was gripping America and North America. And David Carradine, of course, was on a show called Kung Fu where he played. He did play an Asian character, and it was in that environment that the character of Shang-Chi was birthed. And so, you know, Shang-Chi was created by non-Asian people, and so I think he was an Asian character, but told through the lens of someone who was not Asian. So, you know, I think there were elements of his backstory and the way that he spoke and his mannerisms that didn't quite feel maybe authentic. And so when it came to this movie, you know, our fantastic director, Destin Daniel Cretton, they all kind of got together and had this idea of bringing Shang-Chi into the modern age and really infusing him with layers and dimensionality and authenticity that would, you know, any kind of Asian person growing up in this environment, in this day and age, would have. And so that's where the current character kind of came from, a kind of evolution of sorts from, you know, who he was in the 60s and 70s. It's kind of what you would expect, you know, spoken kind of broken English and Chinese proverbs, and, you know, was very much like a kung fu caricature in a way. And instead he's, and I don't know, in a lot of ways maybe made him less badass by making him a valet worker in San Francisco. But at the same time, I think made him a lot more relatable to a lot of people, because, you know, whether we grew up feeling like Sean or feeling like Katie, with our families and the intergenerational trauma and, you know, crazy grandmother, there were elements of that we hoped would resonate across, you know, would also pay respect to the culture and the heritage that Shang-Chi represented. So, absolutely. I think the one that comes to mind is probably Thor Ragnarok. You know, Thor The Dark World was not my favorite Marvel movie, but to take that character from, you know, from that sequel and then kind of reinvent him and infuse him with this kind of self-deprecating humor, surround him with like such fun characters. It was just such a fun, I thought it was kind of Marvel at its peak, yes. You know?
So we just got out of the Simu Liu panel, which was really fun, by the way. And we are technically in the line for Rosario Dawson, but like, I don't even think we are getting in because it just keep going and they haven't been moving the line, so I have no idea what's happening.
Like, for the fans of the animation, it was so cool to see that brought out, and also startling to really recognize just how young she was. But for people who didn't know, it was a wonderful introduction to her history and her, you know, it said so much in such a small moment.
So we just finished the panel with Rosario and she was so amazing. I didn't realize how big of a nerd she was, and she's a huge nerd, comics nerd, movie nerd, watching Cobra Kai before it's like even out and everything. She's absolutely insane. She's so funny. Probably my most underrated panel. I mean, the room was packed. Everyone loves her. I love her for Rent and stuff. She talked about all sorts of things. Honestly, I didn't expect that panel to be so much fun as it was. Probably my favorite of the weekend so far. But right now I'm going to be heading to the media room, take a break before the X-Men panel earlier, and then we have a photo with Simu, and I think that's basically the day. Okay, I finally made it out of the basement area, but this is a look at the crowd. This isn't even as busy as it can be. I have a cosplay red carpet going on. I will not deal with these crowds. I've gone to FanExpo so many years. I'm tempted though, after the Simu picture, to like just go between the buildings and back on the sky bridge to see how long it takes. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because that's gonna waste like an hour of time, sweaty bodies, when I know the result is it's gonna take over a half an hour. Thankfully though, I have the press room and that is where we're going. Look who I found in the media. I'm like sharing my knowledge with you.
I know. I couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, I literally just got a text message from Sherry in my ears with my AirPods, and she's like, "Oh, it's so crowded."
Sherry's like so overwhelmed. I know.
I know. I've been wearing like, if not my AirPods, like my earplugs, like.
Oh, like the loop ones. Yeah.
Loops, please sponsor me. Is this your first FanExpo or no?
No, I've been
first time
like
press.
First time press. I've been here like as a fan like years ago though, like probably like over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very different now.
So this is very different. Yeah, I like wasn't used to like the photo ops being on the floor. Usually it's like the rooms. We used to be in the rooms, but it's fun.
You enjoying it?
Yeah.
That's good. So good to see
so
you.
good seeing
I'm so happy
you.
I've been finding so many people. So I am back outside, getting ready to head back in for X-Men for my bro Jason and a whole bunch of other really cool X-Men writers, creators. But thankfully with our press badge, we are able to get in quickly. God, I really love press because that was so freaking fast. But as you can see, the crowds are crowding. I'm just gonna like play Frogger on my way through here. Insane. It is FanExpo Saturday. I really should have put my loops in before heading back into the convention hall. But I realized my focus mode was wrong. It was the same as for the panels, but I do see the convention room, I think. So I think we're close. 713, where the panel is over here. So there's already a pretty big lineup here, which is like, go team. But I think I'm just gonna have a seat, put in my earplugs, and just disassociate.
The cool stuff.
Hey.
I mean, I'm representing him right now, Jamie Madrox's multiple man. Jason, what book are you writing? Sorry? What book are you writing? Dazzler. Multiple man.
This is gonna sound self-serving after Judd said that, but because she is now a mutant, and she has been my favorite character at Marvel since she debuted, Kamala Khan is Marvel. This is a character that I started from page one. My wife started from page one. It's actually the character that got her into Marvel Comics. I watched it get a lot of people into Marvel Comics, and I literally started reading it primarily because I was just such a fan of Jim Willow, and Ian Herring, who was the colorist on the book, was our colorist on our first few books. So I was just like, I'm gonna support my friend Ian. And then I just fell for this character. She embodied everything I was looking for as an entry point into Marvel Comics as a person who could read it out. And having her in the X-Men line has been an unexpected blessing. I would have never thought in a million years we'd get to write her, let alone get to write her entering her mutant era. And it really has been just like a true joy every time you get to write a Kamala Khan line of dialogue. She's the best.
Thanks, guys. This was a lot.
Oh look!
Hi!
You're also heading to South.
Yes, for
Yes.
Simu picture.
Okay, so we're heading to the same spot. At least I won't be lost. It's been 11 minutes. Not too bad. We just need to like get upstairs and throw some elbows. I should be there within 5 minutes. I've got my sweater on. We're in the line to get a photo with Simu. All my other photos with Simu are backlit just from where they put the table at his book signing.
Oh, right. I forgot you got lucky enough to do that.
He saved me 4 Town last time. Is he gonna send me 4 Town this time? I don't know. Look, we did it! We did it! That went by so fast. I think we have a little audio bite of him saying hello. And oh my God, Johnny's
taller.
This is
leaned in a little and I'm leaning
this
too.
is so cute.
I saw people like straighten up.
You guys look like cousins.
Oh my God.
You guys seriously look alike.
Hi. So I ended up not finishing the vlog last night for day 3 because I went home and I tried to offload some of my memory card and I did a rookie move. I started deleting them before they were done transferring. So then I had to stop filming, be really quick, and then recover everything that was lost on the card. So luckily I didn't lose like all of my food C&E footage because that was like the main point of why I was there. And we ended up just ending the day walking home and getting Shake Shack. Yesterday was really good. We got to meet Simo right at the end of the day. A very fun time. He's just a very nice and polite dude. But I am going to end it off here. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And then watch the next video because it's already day 4. And as a sneak peek, I'm wearing my D23 Camp Half-Load shirt. Bye.